Our AV essay is on Western Revisionist by Jack Moss and Lewis Silver. Our question is how the comparison of revisionist westerns relate to mise-en-scène in postmodern hybrid westerns. Revisionist western is a subgenre of classical western that goes across the 1960s to the early 1970s. We are going to be looking at films such as The Good, the Bad and the Ugly, the 1960s version of The Magnificent Seven, and the 1966 version of Django. Hybrid Western revision is codes and conventions of Western revisionists used within modern-day films. For this, we are going to be looking at films such as The Star Wars Saga, The Magnificent Seven, and Gangster Squad.
So this first clip is from The Magnificent Seven 1960. Things to notice here are what they are wearing being waistcoats, shirts, gun holsters, and cowboy western hats. Here in this scene we see a gunfight wherein which there are very few protagonists against lots of antagonists, showing how the odds are stacked against them. Notice how frequent yet random the gunshots are. From just this scene I can already see so much relation to the Star Wars Saga being a hybrid Western revision. Here is a scene from Star Wars of Han Solo being squared up to. Look at what he's wearing: waistcoat, gun holster, big leather boots and scruffy shirt. All this is very related towards Western revisionist. Also, the location being a bar gives off a Western vibe. His pistol also very much relates to the first clip, as most cowboys were using them. Han Solo's is simply a more futuristic cowboy shooter. Even the sound of Han Solo's pistol sounds similar.
I bet you have.
This other clip from the Star Wars Saga also relates to Western revisionist films. Look how it's set in the desert, just like all other Western films, despite being a different genre.
Action!
In this scene from Star Wars Attack of the Clones, you can easily see there are very few protagonists fighting antagonists, with little odds. This is the same convention I talked about earlier in The Magnificent Seven 1960. Also, another thing was the constant consistency of random gunshots. Going back to Western revisionist films, here is The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. Here we see Clint Eastwood shooting down an antagonist. We notice him wearing a cowboy hat whilst holding a gun. Another stereotype for Western films are for them to smoke a lot of cigars whilst holding guns and shooting enemies.
I need you to wage war against Mexico.
I'm looking to put a squad together.
This is the trailer for Gangster Squad. Straight away in this hybrid Western revision, you can see lots of characters holding westernized traits, such as gangs, cowboy hats, and cigars in their mouths while shooting. This relates to previous clip, The Good, the Bad and the Ugly. In this scene from Mad Max Fury Road, we see a chase sequence which relates to Western revisionist in the way that it's similar to Western horse chases, where in which the antagonists are chasing down the protagonists on motorbikes in the desert, relating to the way horses chase down the protagonists on horses, but in this hybrid Western revision film, they've taken a more modern vehicle such as the motorbike. Thank you for watching our AV essay video on how the comparison of revisionist westerns relate to mise-en-scène in postmodern hybrid westerns. Thank you.